celebrities as well. Well, joining me is Sam Onigbanjo, who's one of the founders of NEL. Sam, a very good morning to you.
Thank you.
There's a lot to take on board. There's plenty happening on Saturday.
Indeed there is.
I mean, tell me about some of the awards. I mean, what categories are they?
Well, we have 14 award categories, 2 of them being international and 12 being UK-based. We have the best Nigerian restaurant in the UK. We have the best Nigerian entertainment mentor. We have the best Nigerian educational roadshow. We have the best Nigerian Afrobeat stars. We have it goes on actually.
It does.
It does, yes.
Don't go through the entire list, otherwise we'll be here till midnight. But I mean, it is amazing, and I love the fact that, you know, we're talking about media and you've included restaurants. Now, some people would say, hang on a minute, that doesn't make sense unless you've got celebrity chefs or something.
True. When we talk about restaurants, you know, a few years ago, people used to shy away from Nigerian food and say, well, what is this stuff? What's it made of? It's too hot. The restaurants are not regulated. But in the last 5–10 years, we've had some phenomenal case studies of Nigerian restaurants that have really ripped the roof and are attracting a lot of international clients. And we want to celebrate the fact that we have awesome food and that we're celebrating and we're adding value to the multicultural activities here in London, and that Nigeria is a big player and we're going to get bigger and bigger and bigger in London. And
it's interesting as well, though, just sticking to the subject of food, because you tend to think that Europeans are maybe a little bit reluctant to stray beyond certain realms. They're quite happy to sample European food, they're quite happy to enjoy Indian food, but if you go into Africa, then that's pushing it. The Caribbean they can just about do.
Well, I think we've got 2 ambassadors. The first is called jollof rice, and the second is called suya. Those 2 meals, everyone that we've met so far tends to want to taste them, and once they get it, they're hooked on it. They go in there, they want jollof rice, they want suya. They want jollof rice, they want suya.
They're addicted.
Yes.
But let's take a look at the awards themselves, Nigerian Entertainment and Lifestyle Awards. I mean, what was the trigger for this in terms of setting it up and celebrating what the community has to offer?
The truth, it was leadership. There's so many vacuums there, and we know that African governments can't do everything. The sustainability and growth of Africa rests on the shoulders of the sons and daughters of Africa. So myself and my business partner in NEL Awards, Seye Aina, we decided to sit down and do something for our country here. And that was how we came about the birthing of the NEL Awards. We have so many entertainers, but they are focused on what they do. They do not necessarily have a platform to be identified on. So we thought that, look, we have strong backgrounds in management and marketing, and that we would effect that change. So we put our heads together, our monies together, and we started to push for brand Nigerian Entertainment. So here we are now in our 3rd year. Yeah,
and the timing's interesting as well, because earlier in the programme I was talking about these anachronisms: Mint, Mexico, Indonesia, Nigeria and Turkey. So this is really your year to strike whilst the iron is hot.
That's very, very true. Nigeria is going to keep on exporting, and we're not just exporting oil, we're exporting our entertainment, our food, our fashion, and this is what we're here to. We're here to provide that platform. So when Nigerians leave Nigeria and they come to the diaspora, the first stop for them is NEL Awards, because if you get a NEL Awards, you're going to be a platform to the entire world.
And it's interesting as well, because you tend to find that Africans, and to a certain extent West Indians as well, they're very reluctant to talk about themselves if they've achieved tremendous things. There is this sort of humbleness. How do you break through that to say, hang on a minute, it's not a bad thing to actually take an award and to shout it out from the rooftops that you're a winner?
Well, I think it's simple psychology. It's re-engineering the way people think, because in the African culture, you're meant to speak when you're spoken to. You're not meant to be boastful. You're meant to be humble. You're not meant to look people in the eye. So a lot of Africans, when they go for even job interviews, they look down. People think, oh, he's probably lying, not realizing that culturally, you're not meant to look people in the eye. So what we're saying here is that we are engaging our people, encouraging them to come out and to actually showcase how much they've contributed to the London Fashion Week, how much they've contributed to mainstream TV, and how much they've contributed towards what's going on in this city. So it's time to actually bring about that brand and that segmentation that Nigeria is adding value to London.
OK, Sam Onigbanjo, we'll leave it there. Good luck for Saturday. And really, you've been watching This Day live on Arise News. I'll be back the same time tomorrow, but stay with us throughout the day.